at the Boss's Office podcast, brought to you by Gas House Productions, right? Where this podcast happens to be a gathering of degenerates, really. This is an accumulation of industry heads, fat cats that you're going to be bumping elbows with, people from A to Z, from the production of drugs, right? The production, the plugs, to the production of laws and policies that you follow, right? We've got them, and everywhere in between, okay? This is the Boss's Office. I hope you like that short, quick intro, all right? We're back. We're back, baby. I'm back. I made a couple of little tiny, teeny, small, itsy bitsy changes. I got influenced online, all right? I was not under the influence, but I got influenced. I read the fucking comments from somebody coming from me. You know, obviously I listen to Rogan. I hear him on his podcast. Don't read the comment. And I was like, I'm not big enough to be affected by comments. So I was like, let him at me. But I got affected by a fucking comment. Okay, I don't know what, there was wizardry at play, okay? And I got affected by a comment. Now, in a fit of terror and rage, I spam deleted every video. Deleted all of them. The live, here, as you can see. So I did that, and then I read deeper into the comment, and he was referring to my Spotify page. So, without further ado, you know, this is the new and improved Boss's Office podcast, okay? I'm putting much more time. I'm taking much later. A whole lot better advantage of the time that I have. I've already allotted the free time that I'm going to use towards this podcast because I am an industry head. I am a degenerate. I am trying to be a big cat. We're getting there. We're getting projects. We're making moves, but that's not what you're here to talk about, okay? It's not why you clicked on the Boss's Office podcast. We got a good one. So, please take your time, take just a second before I start this bitch to like, subscribe, please. It's free, all right? And drop a comment down in the bottom. Yes, I'm going to read it. I'm not going to get as affected as I did with that last comment. I'm not even going to say any names because it was I'm going to be real with you guys. The comment that sprung forwards this this spring cleaning that I got done of the YouTube channel was very much so constructive criticism. It was not a bad comment. The dude was not an asshole about anything. He was very nice. It was actually like a noteworthy comment. But instead of me taking it the wrong way, all I took it as is, because I'm thinking about it, all I took it as is like, okay, I need to do this better. I need this podcast to be better. Okay, so I'm gonna not babble on the intro because we got a good one for you today. Under a new production, like literally brand new Gas House Productions. We're trying to do some big things. So, music, all that good shit. Let me go back to one more thing. Subscribing. I post shorts. I post TikToks. You don't have to I don't want any of that. I don't want following anywhere else. For the Boss's Office, other than here, please subscribe, guys. It's free. Okay. I'm not even gonna push the Patreon anymore. Okay. I put it on pause for right now. I would like to get this YouTube channel to at least 1,000 subscribers. I know we've got it. I know this content's worthy. Please. Okay? We were sitting, I was with my girlfriend, right? I was with G. I was with baby mama. Not yet, but gonna be. And we were at a hospital, okay? not for anything crazy, but just because she had a little procedure that needed to be done where she had to get knocked out with some of that good Michael Jackson drug, and it was necessary for it to be done at the hospital. Just better results. Long story short, I'm sitting there waiting. Okay, as the supportive husband I am, as the great father, stern but great overlord I am, I was in the waiting room, which wasn't even really a waiting room. Okay, it was like, I'm sure y'all have seen them at certain hospitals or at different doctors' offices, but this was, sorry, I got a back itch. This was like, y'all have been to hospitals most likely. You're walking down hallways, okay? Most of the time it's like exterior hallways that go all the way around the thing, and there's like some that cut through the middle where it's like the rooms on either side. Okay, we're in the exterior hallways, right? The ones with all the windows and random shit and vending machines and all that stuff. We're in one of those hallways, but there's like an alcove pushed into the inside wall, right? And inside of that, or it's recessed, and inside of that recessed wall, on that wall rather, there's a window, and it's like the check-in area for the lab that we were at, and they do multiple different procedures, stomach procedures, pulmonary procedures, and it was like neuro something therapy. So they do all different types of stuff. But her doctor was working in that day, and that's where this procedure was scheduled, because they've got the rooms and yada yada to put somebody under. Long story short, that's where we were. I'm in the waiting area, and the waiting area is basically exactly what I just described to you guys. We're walking down the hallway, and then all of a sudden, to the right hand, to the left is the exterior wall of the hospital. There's windows, you can look out, it's nice, whatever. And to the right, in the direction we're walking, to the right is the recessed wall window. There's chairs, there's a TV, and then there's 8 to 10 other chairs along the back wall. I take up shop. There's World War II documentaries going on, okay? So I take up shop at the back wall underneath there's windows on either side of me. So I'm chilling, I'm enjoying it. I pop an AirPod in. I'm not listening to anything though, but when you're in a hospital and when you're doing stuff like that and you're the only one in the waiting room or the waiting area, because it's not even a room, it's just like, y'all stay in the hallway and we'll put some chairs and a TV there for you. Like, the TV was the size of my monitor. I've got a pretty good sized monitor, but for a TV it's small. So anyway, pop an AirPod in, and I'm not listening to anything on the AirPod. I'm kind of like people watching, because it's a busy hallway and they just plop you right in the middle of it, and they're like, all right, do with yourself what you must. I wish I would have brought the iPad, because I could have taken some good notes. I could have written this out and made a bit out of it, but that's kind of what I'm doing here. I'm going to work it out. So, I mean, the day was fine. It was a beautiful day, okay? I can't complain. And G's procedure went well. Nothing terrible came of it. All in all, it was positive. It was a good day. The morning before, after the procedure, anyway. For us, at least. So I'm sitting there. There was a couple of happenings that took place, and I discussed this with G afterwards. I was like, I know she got knocked out, and she, obviously she was having the procedure done. So I was the eyes and ears. So I'm sitting there. I'm listening to the World War II documentary, and I'm just kind of taking notes on my phone, checking social media, responding to email, doing boss things, okay? As I said, this is a place for degenerates, for bosses, for the fat cats to bump elbows and fuck around, okay? The only thing we don't do here, the only degenerates we do not allow are the pizza kind, okay? We don't like that. I don't fuck with y'all. Everyone else, other than like sex slaves and the CP, the cheese pizza kind, I don't like y'all. All the other degenerates are here with us, okay? Unfortunately, that's what us bosses are, and I'm going to give you as real as it can get. Well, anyway, let me continue. I'm there, all right. I'm in this hallway. They're talking about General McMaster, which I think was World War II. Unless he was Vietnam and I'm thinking of the wrong general, but I know it was World War II. Like I know my fucking dates and times, and I know my war documentaries. I hadn't seen this one though. It wasn't on like the History Channel. To be honest, I don't know what channel this was on. Now, I'm just trying to I'm trying to let y'all into the atmosphere of this situation. So hold tight, okay? I'm there. We're in the waiting room. A group of 4 elderly women walk up, arm in arm, all chit-chatting, grandmamas, all right? A flock of grandmamas approaches me, right? Not me, but they intrude on the camp, okay? Right now, I set up shop. I've got the entire waiting room in check. I'm the shepherd of it because it's only me there and these World War II documentaries. And the lady behind the window. But it's like you can't see her. So, one-way window, unless it's open. 4 geezes, 4 grandmamas, okay? And it's joyous. These aren't like, honestly, these weren't like normal Texas grandmamas. These were like, they were experienced. They'd been through some stuff, okay? They'd seen things. They've been places. They've talked to people. They sit down directly in front of the TV, which I'm going to lay this out because there were some occasions that happened. And let me lay it out. Picture yourself walking through a hospital hallway, okay? You come around the corner, the natural bend in the hallway, that happens. There's windows on your left. And it opens, the hallway widens. I mean, pretty good. It deepens pretty well. The wall's recessed. There's a window, there's a TV, and there's, like I said, there's like 6 to 8 chairs. And they're right in front of the window, okay? And the TV's beside the window. There is a row of chairs here. Hallway, recession, double doors, window, hallway continues, television, chairs. So, I don't know if this is going to help y'all out any, okay? Okay, so I don't know if this is going to help y'all out any. But this is the situation that I came into, okay? This is probably very, very small. Let's get this up and on you. There we go. Okay, so you enter the hallway here, correct? This is where the hallway opens up. This is the double doors where the patients go back into this way, and there's labs up here. And then here's the window recessed into the wall. TV's up here. Here's the chairs. 3 different rows of chairs, less chairs here. And then here's where I was along this back wall, and literally I sat right here. So the TV was up to my left, okay? Up to my left. There's more chairs over here. Here's the hallway. The hallway comes around this corner, and it continues. Right. So, scene has been set. So I'm sitting there, right? Grandmamas walk up, arm in arm. One of the grandmamas, who I'm assuming obviously was her procedure, and y'all will learn that that assumption was correct because it was her procedure that they were all there for, which I enjoyed first and foremost. That 4 grandmamas, 3 other grandmamas assisted their one grandmama friend and they were all just chilling there. So all of these ladies, lovely ladies, they all looked the same. Like, not in face, but you know those women that are precisely 70s, like literally an elderly woman that's been in America her whole life, hits 70, she goes to that pixie cut or whatever they call it, the small bob, right? It's curled like a motherfucker. They are about 4'9", maybe 5 foot max, all of them. Some models come with glasses. Most of the models come with glasses. Okay, if they don't, then they have readers. Equipped with sunglasses up on the head. I'm talking grandmamas. Tiny purse hangs down just a little bit on one arm that's also interlocked with another grandmama's arm that has another purse. These type of grandmamas, okay? Been eating good, been feeding the family well, have seen some shit, lived through some things, okay? Jolly as hell. Everybody's laughing. We're all having a good time. They walk up. They sit down. They're making themselves comfortable. I'm assuming me and my girlfriend got there at the perfect time. Then another elderly couple come up in the hallway, which the wife signs in. So the grandmamas, the one grandma signs in. They take her back pretty instantly. Same with G. We got there. We signed in. Within like 5 minutes, she was back there doing prep work, and then they were getting going. It took me I was there for about an hour. Okay, this story goes over the path of an hour, but I'm going to make it shorter than what it is right now. So, grandmamas get there. The grandmama in question signs in, good to go, she's back. It's just the three grandmamas, me, World War II documentary. They're laughing, having a good time. I'm listening to them tell stories about the things that they remember as they're settled in. Another elderly couple walks up. The lady signs in. She gets taken back immediately. Husband comes back and sits down. So now here's the scene. That picture I just described to you, that I just showed y'all, I threw it away. But now there's an elderly man that I was along the back wall. The TV was to my halfway between 10 and 11 on my clock. And then the elderly man is directly to my right, 5 chairs and a table down. Grandmamas are in front of the TV. We're hanging out, okay? Elderly man, he puts headphones in. He's sitting there on his phone, hanging out. He doesn't cause a problem. He was probably not in World War II. He was probably born, he was probably too young to be drafted, is what I'm assuming. Because he was elderly, but he wasn't old enough to have been in the war, and he wasn't paying attention to the shit. So he'd had it, all right? He'd had enough of it, hearing his dad tell stories of the war. Well, we're hanging out, and like I said, I've got the AirPod in. I'm further to the right than everyone else, so my left AirPod is that's the clear sign of I'm indisposed, okay? Because I'm the most able-bodied. Unfortunately, I'm not. That's not shade or anything like that, but I am the most able-bodied of the group, all right, of our encampment that we bring shop to, okay? Now this is very important because it's nice. It's a Thursday. Everybody's laughing. The grandmamas are laughing. They've got the volume turned up a little bit on the TV so we can hear it. It's not like a weird, funky feeling, chilly waiting room in a hospital that everybody's used to. This is it's Friday. Everybody's in their casuals. I said Thursday, didn't I? Earlier. It's Friday. Everybody's in their casuals. The volume's turned up on the World War II docs. I'm loving it. The grandmamas are loving it. They're telling great stories that I'm listening to. And old Frank over here has not said a word, so I honestly kind of forgot about him a little bit. When overhead, we hear a code blue, please go to code blue, room 7, and they name the lounge. Code blue, room 7, name of area that we are sitting in front of. Code blue, room 7, name of area that we are sitting in front of. I'm not going to say it. Because I don't remember all of it. It was pulmonary, neuro something, and then ECG. So like it was a room where they had those tiny cameras. Like this lab had the little cameras. They knock people out. They do all different types of scopes and stents and stuff like that. Code Blue, because old G, baby girl, where she's at right now, is at work. At the hospital, in question. She's kind of keyed me up to all these, to the lingo, because my mother is also in the medical field. She's an oncologist, like I've said, and she's in the medical field, but she's not really at hospital. She worked at a gastroenterologist, and now she's an oncologist. Anyway, G knows the lingo. G keyed me into the lingo whenever she was getting trained for stuff. G's going to be a nurse. Code Blue means no pulse. And like it means no pulse, and then when they say it, when they finally call it, like over the loudspeaker, that means that they've tried to do resuscitation and CPR and they cannot bring the person back, so they bring the crash cart, which is this is clear. Psst. Crazy shit. So I'm sitting there. The grandmama's conversation just like fizzles out immediately. And then it was like the first 3 or 4 nurses that come around the corner and run back into that lab. Like, I kind of started getting stressed out, but then at the same time I knew what procedure G was having, and I knew that she's fine. 3 nurses run back there. It's crazy, okay? Because like I said, at this point the grandmamas are just motioning the sign of the cross. They're trying. They're calling for the Lord to assist whoever this is back there, Code Blueing. Okay. 5 or 6 people come around the corner. Unfortunately, it was Frank's wife. Now I know that they brought her back because in total 15 nurses run back there, all different color scrubs. So some of them are definitely doctors. The crash cart runs in, yada yada. They bring her around on another gurney, and unfortunately, we're in the fucking hallway. So I'm the only place that they can bring her past, down to the cath section of the hospital, is directly past me. So like 15 nurses come out. They've got this lady in the respirator with the bag. And it's like, it's the one that forces air into their lungs. They got her back. And all I hear is the from air being forced into this unconscious woman's lungs. And it was the scariest, weirdest thing I've ever heard. They walk past, roll her past. Husband, they grab old Frank. He's smiling now because she's not dead, and they're gonna get her back to normal. Whatever. I don't know the ins and outs, and I don't know if I can talk about that any further. They're good to go. As they're rolling her past, like I said, the grandmama say a prayer. Can we pray over her? Say a prayer. They sit back down. I'm shaking. The grandmamas have never been through that. They said, "God bless you, young man, for having to see that," because they stop her. I'm sitting there with my AirPod in, acting like I'm not paying attention, acting like I didn't hear anything that was happening. And they wheel her out. I'm like looking out of the corner of my eye, and then they're in front of me. Like a gurney's just... So now from me to the grandmamas, I'm looking over a gurney, over this lady on the gurney that's like right here, and all they can see is my eyes. And I'm like looking around, like looking at the lady. Yeah. It was crazy. G's procedure went fine. Everything else was good to go. I just figured I'd let y'all key y'all into the Code Blue situation. I could not hold that in for any longer. I told my mother. She said, "Oh, wow." I'd never been in a situation. I thought I was in house. Right? I'm an country. No, I'm not a country. I'm an outdoorsman. I'm a Texan. Okay? I don't hang around in hospitals to see that shit live in action. It was the first time anything like that I've seen. It was wild. It really makes you, put you in like, I've killed people. I can't say that. Can't even joke about that. But it's a different perspective when you see them in the hospital recovering. It's weird, especially at Code Blue like that. And it's not like the movies where everybody's all stoic, and all the nurses are like, we're gonna get you out of this, blah blah blah. No, when somebody's down for the count like that and they're putting a respirator on there, they're everybody's head down, and it's just fast feet, barely any bend in the knees, because they're just using the structure of that tennis shoe to just get them on down the hallway. Some real wild shit. But yeah, as soon as they wheeled her past, as soon as the grandmama said their prayer and then prayed over me as well for seeing that, which I loved. I mean, I was thankful for it. They didn't have to do that. Anyway, it was back to normal. But however, and I haven't been able to put this into the story. I haven't even finished the story, but I'm gonna work this together in a bit. And this is not a joke. Like, right after they wheel her around the corner and, you know, the prayers are said, the old ladies, the grandmamas are back to their conversations and laughing and joyous stuff, and it's the energy comes back, I guess because we all saw that she was alive. Like, I thought that they would have a back room for like a back hallway in a hospital for when shit like that happens. They just wheel you out. Like, if that would have happened when she was cut open, they would have just, you know, wheeled her out. Just flayed open and shit. Can you imagine? I'm sorry for laughing, but just imagine somebody like, and they're still cut open, and they're like, we gotta get them over there now. You don't even have time to seal them up. Just cover it with something. Throw the towel over it. We gotta go. Like this, the circumstances are what's funny, not the exact situation. I can just imagine something like that, and I don't know why it's funny to me, but I can just see that rush to just be like, there's this. I can only imagine it. I'd crack up laughing. I would not be able to contain myself. I could not be a doctor or a surgeon. Because the second, like, I'm getting in somebody, and then there's, you know, you hit a blood vessel that you knew was there, and you don't have your suction thing turned on, I'm fucking crying laughing. And I see that a blood just squirt out, I'm busting down. And those surgical grade fucking scalpels, dog, are like, you touch somebody with that, it's gonna drop right through them like a knife on butter. It's crazy. So yeah, those are the Brokeback Mountain Boys. The Brokeback Mountain Boys. There were two Brokeback Mountain Boys. The Brokeback Mountain Boys showed up, right? Two cowboys, gayer than a $2 bill, right? Or more queer than a $2 bill. I don't even know that terminology. But these boys were some homosexual horsemen, to say the least. They did a whole lot of bareback rodeoing, if you know what I'm fucking saying. Come on back. Like I said, I'm trying to figure out where I can comfortably set that in the occasion with the code blue, because I got to figure out how to tie that together, because it was such, the energy shifts that happened in that hallway so many times were ridiculous, and in rapid succession too, and all within it. I mean, like I said, it might have been, I thought it was like 45 minutes or an hour, but to God honest, it could have been 20 minutes, and all the shit that happened was just so, like, outrageous that I was just overstimulated. I mean, I was overstimulated, so that I could, you know what, I might just believe that part. I think that that's what happened. I suffered a lapse of memory, because, I mean, I was almost hyperventilating. These Brokeback Mountain boys show up. I mean, they're dirty jeans. They dress like I am right now, okay? I'm just not a Brokeback Mountain boy. Boots, jeans. And yes, I'm boots and jeans even on a podcast. Bitch, I own a construction company. And I'm from Texas. I'm never not in my Wranglers. You just ask my girlfriend. If we're scrogging, they're around one ankle. Take one boot off. Take one pant leg off, throw them around on the side, because I'm never not in my Wranglers. But these Brokeback Mountain boys, denim everything. They probably wore denim condoms when they were doing that shit up in the tent up on top of the mountain. I mean, they show up debating dog breeds and I'm not joking. They show up. One of them's like, I got this colonoscopy. And the other one's just like, oh my God. The way he was, even though he was country like this, he still kind of had a gay twang. He said, I need that colonoscopy. He was like, you want to shove something up my butt? Can I be awake for my colonoscopy? I'd like that. And I can only imagine why he needs a colonoscopy. I can only fucking imagine. So yeah, two gay cowboys showed up. They were like screaming dog breeds. They're like, Princess ain't no fucking Jack Russell Terrier. He was like, God damn it, no, she's not. She's a Yorkie poo. And it was just, it got ridiculous. So like I said, I'm still trying to figure out a spot for them in that story. But they're gonna fit into that. I'm gonna refine that. So yeah, it was just crazy. Code Blue, gay cowboys, some grandmamas, which I love. I haven't had my grandmamas in a while, so every time I get the opportunity to like hear a grandmama conversation or be in like get to join one, I do it. I offered them my seat when they got there. They're like, oh, you're a fine young man. We're gonna go sit closer to the door. It's okay. So I've got a list. I got a list here of fucking animals that are built different because I love animals, and I'd like to spread more awareness for them, and I'd also like to talk about some fucking oddities within them. So like, I don't have a specific grade for these guys yet or a specific tier list. Just know that these are my favorite animals. Okay. And I tried to pick as many of the kingdoms as I could, right? So I'm going to go through the list first. I'll let y'all know them. And then I'm going to go over them and let y'all know what my favorite part about these animals are. So I just think it'd be nice. Okay. So, starting at number 1. In no specific order, but number 1 on this list. I went otters, ostriches / emus, because they're one and the same. Nutria-rats. Mountain lions, prairie dogs, rhinoceri, or rhinoceros, octopus, alligators, and the peregrine falcon. Now, just off top, just first read through, I guarantee you can assume why I chose these guys as my top. Like, so let's get into it. First things first, otters. You know what? I'm going to change the plan of this bit. I am going to grade these guys. I wrote down a list of my favorite animals in the community in different genealogies or classifications, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And I'm going to grade them, okay? They're not out of any genealogy, not out of any specifics or anything like that, just how I feel they fall within grades, okay? So we're gonna go platinum tier, diamond tier, gold tier. Platinum being the highest, gold being the lowest, diamond being the median. Let's see where these guys fall. So I'm gonna go straight into one of my favorites, and that's otters, dude. That's otters. That's otters. That's gotta be otters, dude. Otters? You mean the fucking Swiss of the animal community? Dude, they don't do any damage to anything except for some fucking mollusks. Shellfish. They fuck up clams and mussels and whatnot, but other than that, what do they do? What do they harm? Who do they hurt? Nobody. They're the best. You know what? I tend to river otter often. in this chair. I'm river otting right now. Can y'all see the depth of this angle? Let me just get y'all keyed in to how to properly otter, okay? Lean back, rest hands on stomach, and just lounge, bro. River ottering, okay? It's like planking, but it's not. It's called river ottering. So, that's example A, just in and of itself, is the fact that my natural relaxation sitting pose, my natural relaxation posture is of the otter, is essence of otter. They're phenomenal. They're phenomenal. They got those big ass back feet, cool paws in the front, and dude, they just chill. They got that little chunk of neck fat, so when they're in the water, they can just lean back into it. In the water like this. Just relaxing. Fucking up a clam on a rock. Could you imagine what a life to live being an otter? That'd be fucking gorgeous. Now, one of the bird classifications on this is going to be emu. Well, hold on, let me not skip it. Otters? Dude, otters are going platinum. Top tier. S tier animal. Platinum. Otters. Alright? They're just phenomenal, dude. Fucking, I can't get enough of them. I can't stop thinking about them. I can't stop going to see them. I can't stop impersonating them. I am of the otter. Okay? I'm gonna band together an army of otters. And we're gonna show y'all the true otter power. One at a time. Because they make those, no, they click. They make those. Fucking otters are amazing, dude. They're so cool. Fucking, they're so cool. Platinum. Otters. S tier. Ostriches / emus. Okay? Emus are bigger than ostriches, and emus have more feathers on the face than ostriches. They're bigger, they're darker. And I want to say the difference is the feathering. Because ostriches have like the white neck, they're a little bit smaller in general. And they're white neck, brown body, classic pink feet, goofy as fuck things that I used to be terrified of fucking ostriches. I used to be. I'm telling y'all, ostriches are fucking dinosaurs. Have you seen their feet? Have you seen an ostrich's fucking this thing? They're just I look like an ostrich. And they just fucking all day, dude. They're just ostriching out. And an emu, dude, that's a fucking dinosaur. That thing just. And they've got fucking huge talons, and they just. They're fucking oh my god. Ostrich. Negative gold tier. Okay? Lowest of low. I don't like ostriches. I like their talons. Advantage, talons. Con. Disadvantage, the rest of the beast. Fuck, those things are disgusting. Don't they spit? I know llamas and shit, dude, but don't ostriches spit? Yeah, they do, but not in the they regurgitate their food anyway. Just like any other bird species. Let's move on from fucking the ostrich power. I don't fucking weirdos. Minus negative gold tier. The Nutra Rat. Okay? I couldn't figure out if I wanted to put the Nutra Rat or the Capybara on here, so I'm going to just do both. Let's go Nutra first. So, the reason... Have y'all... If y'all aren't from the South, or like a marshy swamp area, then their chances are you haven't seen or even fucking heard of a Nutra Rat. But down here in Texas and Louisiana and like the southern coastal states and a bunch of different like Mexico and stuff like that, they've got these things called Nutra Rats. Oh, Italy and France have Nutra Rats. And very bad in New Orleans because who do you think settled fucking New Orleans first? The French. Surreal gone. The French. We've got a new axis of evil, you guys. Okay? The anti-boss's office is the fucking French. They used to be somewhat, they tried to be powerful, but they've just always done the French, what the French do. And that's just bitch shit. For art and poetry, they're fine, I guess, maybe. But other than that, dude, fuck the French. I don't like the French. So don't get caught lacking like the French, because if you... Ooh. So, Nutra Rats, alright? They're in tier French. I'm giving them gold. Once again, the lowest tier. So, like, let me give you a little bit more of an introduction to a Nutra Rat. These things are fucking disgusting. Like... The reason they're called Nutra Rats is because at some point along the line, a beaver fucked one of them, and then that one just kept fucking, and then somewhere along the line, like its cousins kept fucking beavers, and then those offspring kept fucking, and the only thing that these Nutra Rats gained from this was like webbed, huge back feet, and like they've just grown in size, and their teeth, they've got these big, disgusting, it's half beaver, it's like giant rat teeth. Like a beaver-sized rat teeth in the front. And they're huge. They're huge. Kane, my dog, big. They're bigger than Sunshine. They're bigger than Buns. And she's a good-sized dog. She's a Weenie XL. Like they're as big as a medium-sized dog. They can be. Those things are disgusting. I saw one in New Orleans, and I was just startled. Now, those things are like semi-aquatic. They're not fully, they're semi-permeable membranes. No, they're semi-aquatic. And like, man. Yeah, they're semi-aquatic, huge tails, weird webbed back feet, and they're fucking just, I'm telling you, giant rats. They're called Nutra Rats because they're so fucking big. Let me show y'all a picture of one of these bastards. Because it's gross. Pardon me. I mean, dude, they look like a beaver. Let me show you something. Here you go. Here's just a little bit of a size comparison. So yeah, they call them fucking swamp beavers. Look at this thing, dude. This is the Koipu is obviously the Nutra Rat. Look how much bigger those things are. It's a cat-sized rat. If you give a mouse a muffin, or if you give a mouse a cookie, it turns into a fucking Nutri-Rat. So don't give them motherfuckers anything anymore. Nothing. Not even a little bit. They're gross. Beaver of the swamp, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Ugh. Now, on the flip side, the capybara. It's non-aquatic, much better cousin, okay? The Nutri-Rat is like the inbred beaver rat of the capybara community. Now, the capybara is the biggest of the mouse family, believe it or not, but it's fucking cute. Capybaras are awesome. Others might not think so. But dude, I like them. They're like small bears. What was I at? Yeah. These things are fire, dude. Look at these fucking guys. Dude, look at these guys. Fucking awesome. These guys are like giant hamsters, which is why I think I like them so much. Get out of there. Look at them guys. Capybara. Platinum tier. Capybara is a platinum tier animal. They're right up there with the otter, okay? In my humble opinion. Mountain lions. See, I've always likened myself to the mountain lion because of the way that I am. I've always wanted to have one of those nicknames, Big Cat. I was Cool Cat. Not Big Cat though. I've always considered myself very cat-like. I'm nimble. I'm agile. Like the cat. But the more I see myself, I'm just a big river otter. I'm just a river otter in a 6-foot guy's body. That's what I am. The River Otters podcast. I'm gonna go fast through it. I'm just go with my favorites. Okay, my favorites, obviously, like you know, otters, capybaras. I fuck with mountain lions. These things are huge. Okay, I know you know about mountain lions, monsters. They're terrifying. I'm scared of big cats. Okay, I am terrified of them because I understand what they can do. Which is why I likened myself to the big cat family. Not like a lion. I don't like the African shit, but I want to be like a big-ass mountain lion. I'd rather be a cougar. Big bastards. They're huge. I know y'all have seen how big they can get. Huge. Upwards of 200 pounds. It's the stuff of nightmares. People think that it's bears. That bad dreams and we've got this ingrained memory of a monster that we've got to hide from that came from under our bed. It's big cats, y'all. It's big cats. Up until humans, big cats were terrorizing everyone, and right now they're still terrorizing people in places today. As we speak, people are being terrorized by massive monsters that only come out at night, that can see you from hundreds of yards away before you see them, and that you won't even really see them unless they want you to. And most of the time, whenever you do finally see them, when they want you to see them, it's because they're trying to eat your fucking face and internal organs. That's what it wants. That's its supper. Dahmer ass cat. Prairie dogs, S tier. I don't even have to get into that. They're the fucking land otter. Otter of the pasture. Okay? Prairie dogs, otters, water dogs. Come on, dude. They're hand in hand. I'm a fan of small, spindly, intelligent animals. I fucking love it. Okay? Big ups to them. S tier. Mountain lions, S tier. Just because of predation factor. They're an S tier predator. Okay. Rhinoceros. I don't like old ostriches. I don't like old rhinoceroses. Ostriches. I don't like ostriches in general. I don't like old rhinoceros. I like baby rhinoceroses. Because they're still massive animals. They're huge things. But they're tiny and jumping around. They got that little... They fucking buck around. They're... And they'll do that thing where they hop. It's the best, dude. You gotta watch baby rhinoceros videos. Same with elephants. Baby elephants. I like all elephants. Big elephants. They're grown. They're beautiful, majestic. I don't like the way ostriches... I mean, god damn it. I'm getting PTSD from ostriches. Shit. I don't like the big rhinoceroses. I don't like them. I think that those were dinosaurs. If there are dinosaurs, I put it on this list. Octopus, alligators, rhinos, ostriches. I guarantee you those things were still here with the dinosaurs. So, to amend this, baby rhinos, S tier. Adult rhinos, like the females, they're dope. They're chill. They just hang out. The males, adult, they're annoying. Honestly, sure they're crucial, but just in my humble opinion, and on this scale, in this grading process, I don't like rhinoceroses. I like baby rhinoceros, baby elephants. The octopus is one that I really think I'm going to go full journalist on some octopus. I want to get to the bottom of those things. Those things are weird. They taste delicious when they're fried. Oh, when you're eating calamari, you're eating cuttlefish. You're not eating octopus, by the way. Those tiny squids, those are called cuttlefish. With D's, not T's. The more you know. Octopus are too smart. You'll cut them bastards up, and then before you know it, they'll be squirming out. And you're like, I just cut your arms up. And like, I grew more, bitch. And then they take over your fucking brain and start an apocalypse. It's crazy. Octopus, S tier. Alligators. Interesting animal, these ones. Let's go into it. I don't like crocodiles. Those saltwater bastards. They're just weird. They're funky looking. They're emaciated because they're in saltwater and their snouts are weird. But alligators, on the other hand, them big motherfuckers, we got them here. We got them in Texas. People don't believe it, but I don't think y'all understand the concept of, like, just because an alligators don't understand the concept of borders. Okay? They don't understand. Animals in general don't understand the concepts of borders. They're not going to be like, oh, we only live in Louisiana, even though there are water sources that definitely connect to Texas. There's alligators here. It's a well-known fact. It's been seen. They've been reported. We've got alligators in Texas, guys. Grow up. It's happening. They're here. They're not going to take over or anything, but they're here. Alligators are freshwater. Crocodiles are saltwater. So, the more you know. Alligators, S-tier predators also, along with mountain lions. Now, to be honest, in terms of top-tier animal overall, these two are in contention. The otter and the peregrine falcon. Dude, just for those who aren't aware, if you are aware, fine, skip ahead a little bit. The peregrine falcon is the world's fastest bird. The motherfuckers can do like 110, swoop down, and before these little mice even know it, they're blown up, and they're not big birds either. They're dope. They're fucking dope. I want to be a falconer. I want to learn how to do falconry so I can have a peregrine falcon named Xerxes, and he can just fly around my property, protect me, us, the family, and in return we'll give him food and shelter and love and honor for Xerxes. Yes, I got the name from Family Guy, but that's a badass name for a bird of prey that you have trained. All day. All day I'm naming it Xerxes. All day. Every time. No shot of anything otherwise. Duh. Peregrine falcon. Up there. S tier. S tier. Okay? I just wanted to get y'all fired up with some animal talk. With a little biology. With a little ecology 101, folk. Let's get y'all pumped up. I'm running out of coffee. I'm about to hit the last good old topic of today. And I'm going to take
3 days later.
a little bit, since we did one in the last podcast, but that was heavily edited and we dropped it like 3 weeks after. I dropped it like 3 weeks after we recorded it. So there's been a lot of stuff in music, but I have not, I've found myself not enjoying the stuff that's out right now. I don't know what it is. I just can't bring myself to like it. I would rather, it's just hard to explain. So I've been listening to a lot of old music because that was there's one new album that I've been listening to, Key Glock. So I've got 4 of my top picks, and then we're going to send it on the way out. So these 4 are going to be The Language by Drizzy Drake himself. That's on Nothing Was the Same. The Money Over Hose by Key Glock. That's on his brand new album. It's fucking fire. Chill by Dolph. That's on Dolph Dumb and Dumber with Dolph and Key Glock. And Top's motherfucking drop. And I've been listening to a whole lot of Fat Pat, whole lot of old Houston stuff. The stuff that I was brought up on, the old instrumentals that we used to flow on. I'm listening to those songs. All that stuff. It's brought back good nostalgia, great energies, and that's, the old stuff is just, to me, it's the best. They don't make it like they used to. And if you heard it in the other podcast with Cole and Noah, they do it on a different frequency now. And that's so awfully suspect, is it not? So, without further ado, thank you. Thank you. We made it through a brand new episode, and thank you to all who have left your comments. Thank you to the gentleman who left his comment and greatly inspired me to do better on this podcast. So, y'all are the best. Thank you, Patriots. Another one's in the books.